I was really focused on the Zergs.
The Zerg, you mean?
Yeah, how many Zergs are going to make it through? The answer was 1. But if we look at the round of 8, Kier's in there. He's playing Deer
Oh, okay.
in the quarterfinals.
I think he can definitely make it to the round of 4 then.
Looks like it. He
Absolutely.
will take the winner of Trap and Innovation in the next round, which is rough. But
that'll be rough, but this could be Kier's time. Oh, I forgot to restart.
Problem persists. Yeah.
All right, in the bottom left-hand side of the map, it is Kier.
And in the top right, it is Zest. Currently knocked out of GSL, but the man who did beat Cyril in Katowice. So that's something to hang your hat on.
Yeah, and to be fair, there's only 8 people in the world not knocked out of GSL right now.
Yes.
So he can't beat himself up over that. He's like, I'll win the next one.
There's always another GSL.
Crush a few Afrika Worlds in the meantime.
Yep.
Yeah, we've had Zest in quite a few of these now.
Mm-hmm.
I thought there was a way to get rid of this bug. Maybe I'm mistaken. Alright, Reaper on the way. Normal opening for both players. Kier SCV scouting. All is well in the world. I guess we never even introduced players, did we?
We did.
Oh, okay.
We got it. I'm looking for a fix here, and I'm not finding one. There's a bunch of different problems with the mouse, apparently, that...
Yeah, it's just one of those things. You gotta restart, and this will happen just like once in a blue moon. I know that you can fix the one if you rotate the camera and it gets stuck.
Yeah, that's a fun one.
But I don't know about this one, so I do apologize.
Kind of like the alternate angle a little bit, to be honest.
Yeah, that was funny. Well, there was that mod that came out, which let you just go wild with the camera, and then nothing really ever came of it.
No. Just disappeared. I don't even, like, look, I understand Reapers are there for scouting, but man, the last time I saw a Reaper get a kill in TvP.
Yeah, Protoss, well, you haven't seen my PvT. My Reaper or my probes just have a very bad time when a Reaper shows in. Reaper shows up and they all just go, no!
Your adepts are like, why are Reapers so fast? Dang it.
Yeah. I legit just wouldn't even build adepts because I couldn't handle controlling them. Alright, this Reaper... Oh, Kier, that's not what you want.
I mean, again... hard to get stuff done.
Yeah. Kier was busy scouting out with his Hellion, and then his Reaper died.
Yep, happens to the best.
Yep, it does. And quite literally, as we just saw. Makes me feel better.
Yeah, see? Even this happens to Cure, man.
Deer's probably watching this right now and is rubbing his hands going, yes, yes, Cure.
He should be watching this for scouting purposes.
He really should be. We've tried to get Deer into Afrika World, but he's one of those night owls, which waking up at noon to play Starcraft is too early.
Dead impossible. Yeah.
It's just... I'm sorry, it's not on the cards. Him and SOS. SOS is my white whale.
SOS would be so good.
When it comes to Afrika World. I'll message him, and every time he'll go, well... who are the other players? And I'll say so-and-so, and then I'll say when, and I'll say... and again, I'll tell him the date, and then I'll go, next time.
Every time he says next time?
Pretty much, yeah.
Amazing.
He's a Starcraft tease, is what he is. So a Hellion runs in, and it is getting swarmed by probes. By gosh. Here might save that Widow Mine. Oh, he does. Very slick.
Wow.
That's nice. Both players losing a few workers. Oracle got 4 kills. Not bad for an Oracle. It's a 4-oracle.
Bet it wishes it was a 5-icle.
I bet it does, but it wouldn't sound nearly as cool.
No.
Cure's throwing up turrets. He says, you know what? DTs could be a thing, and I just don't want to deal with this Oracle flying in at an inopportune time and killing my stuff. He's powering up on 3 racks play, so he's going to have a nice little bit of bio. The Widowmine burrows. It's going to accept fate.
Yeah, that could have been a lot worse. There was a big probe transfer coming in.
Big blink from Zest into the main base. Oh, good save on those stalkers. After their first blink goes wrong. Call Me Topin says, could you invite Firefly? Chinese players are notoriously hard to get a hold of due to the firewall, or the Great Wall. Zest blinks back in. Looks like he's going to get the reactor. That is a nice pickoff because reactors take forever to build.
And it has the production capabilities of the building it's connected to, and it dies. That's amazing. It's like basically there were 2 starports and now there's 1. It's really good. Alright, Cure may be at his limit here, saying that's enough.
Yeah, I don't blame him. He's going to move across the map, pushing towards Zest, and this is where Zest needs to get a Zealot Warpin or 2 off, because right now he's really down on supply, but if he gets a Warpin or 2 off, he can deal with the bio much more reasonably. Oh, the Stalker's blinking again, but they get pushed back once more. Kier wants to go forward, because we should be seeing Zest warping some Zealots right away. No Zealots from Zest just yet, making me a little bit concerned. There they are. That's quite a late warping. Kier just charges on in. He's got his Widowmines burrowed. He's going to kite back, focuses down the Oracle. The Zealots are now gone. Widowmine even hitting a Stalker.
Oh.
This is a nasty looking push. There's some more Zealots coming in. Try and buffer for this.
Stalker's trying to flank, but there aren't enough of them, and Cure pushing in here.
Oh,
he's going to get that pylon. Cancels a warping of some of these units. But another big warping of Zealots is enough to make him fall back. Reinforcing units from Cure have arrived, though. And the kiting is really good from Cure. Just going to get rid of these Zealots, moving against the Stalkers.
Oh, the Widowmine's not burrowing is a big mistake from Cure.
And he got him, and he's going to get a couple...
Good blink.
Oh, the blink dodge, though.
That's so good.
Hot.
And look at this. The Terran has completely run out of steam. One more warping, and this will be crushed by his opponent. Zest did get a little bit ambitious, though, against some Marauders. Such a scrappy battle in game number 1.
It really is.
The Medivacs of Cure have done so much work, though, keeping this bio going and going. Cure did manage to sneak out a 3rd base while this was going on. So comparatively to Zest, he's not in a bad spot economically. Upgrade-wise, Cure's got the lead. There's no AoE on the way for Zest, so I really don't mind this spot at all for Cure.
Yeah, he's looking pretty good. He's keeping the pressure on, which is really nice. Protoss hate it when there's a big Terran army right on the front doorstep. Replacing that pylon. Widowmines in here, really important part of this battle.
It looks like Zest is looking for a Zealot flank with his Prism. He'll get it, but those are just Zealots, not High Templar.
And these Stalkers doing pretty good. Picking off retreating Marauders, especially that bonus versus armor is really nice for them in that situation. And yeah, this has just been quite a tug-of-war. Reminds me of that mission in the Starcraft 2 campaign where Kerrigan is fighting... I forget who it is, but they're just pushing back and forth on the map.
I can't remember that one.
Yeah, it's really pretty distinctive visually.
Is that Heart of the Swarm or StarCraft 1?
No, I think it's Heart of the Swarm.
Okay, Kerrigan just fights everyone, so it's really hard to keep track of.
That's fair.
Okay, I mean, Kier's Marauders are putting in so much work with their Medivac support. And Kier's on his way into 2-2, where Zest has just been scrapping along this whole time. He's got nothing to look forward to. Another Immortal isn't going to cut it that he's producing. And Kier should be able to kill Zest soon, I imagine. Protoss really is just delaying the inevitable, it seems.
Yeah, he's able to hold it off, but he's not able to get any damage of his own done on the other side of the map right now. It's 156 to 105 supply. Army supply doubling for Cure at the moment. More Immortals coming in, getting additional armor, which is really nice versus Terran to have that additional armor upgrade. And more Zealots here too. Warp Prism shenanigans. All right. I like it.
Yeah, Zealot Warping can quickly turn the game around, and Cure's whole army is back at his third base. This is buying Zest a lot of time. But once again, he's not building up into anything. There's no High Templar. There's no Colossus on the way. Still, he's just making more Immortals. Just 3 Immortals, a bunch of Stalkers, and Zealots. Zest needs to win a fight and then kill his opponent.
Boy says Zest is in a slump confirmed. It sure looks like it. There were a couple games at GSR where it just didn't look right.
Look at this.
But this is pretty good.
Yeah, this is really nice from Zest. A lot of Zealots counterattacking, some towards the third, some towards the natural and the main base. Looks like Kier will clean it up with relative ease, but once again, Zest is buying more time and going for a Dark Shrine. I love it.
Yes, Copenhagen does. He should be prepping for Trap right now, so... Or for Deer, rather. We already talked about that. But yeah, where's his AoE? You already mentioned this. Where the Colossus? Where are the Disruptors? Where's anything that does splash damage at all here?
There's might be able to get not a lot.
You might be able to get some Archons when that Dark Shrine is up, but this is a pretty terrifying push. Just biding his time, setting some Widowmines out in trap positions.
Once again, Zealots at the natural are getting good work done, killing 10 of Kier's SCVs.
Yeah, Kier's
DTs
suddenly down.
Are starting to warp in too.
Kier is suddenly down 10 workers to Zest right now. If we check that income tab, the one on the numpad there, it's been up and down, definitely favoring Kier at the moment, and largely has favored the Terran player over the last 5 minutes or so.
Yeah, I mean, Zest is doing work with his Zealot counterattack. He's got to be careful with his Prism. That's loaded with 4 DTs. He's got to unload those. Does Kier know about the DTs? Did he see those unload or not? I mean, Zest is still alive. Kier has been pinned back at home for so long, he's at 200 supply.
He's trying to establish this fourth, which he will be able to, pretty easily.
Yeah, this is so weird. Kier absolutely should have been able to kill Zest, I feel, but somehow Zest just kept his opponent back, and now he's getting out Disruptors, which are a great choice against Mass Bio. Great choice against the Ghosts. Oh, this is a massive catch, though.
With the enhanced shockwaves going down. Immortal down. Another Immortal might get caught out and focus. The force field's trying to help.
Enhanced shockwaves back is so good.
So good. More Zealots back at the natural base of Kier, but it looks like he has some units prepared for him this time.
The Disruptors are about to pop out. There's one. Where's the Nova? Gets a big connection. Was it enough, though? Another one gets a good connection off. The Disruptors do go down in the process, however. And
that's it.
Long overdue, but he does have to tap out. He fought hard, but it's like he was just pushing a boulder up a hill when he knew it was going to roll down eventually.
He just delayed Splash for way too long. You got to get Colossus or something out there early. You can't just hold with Immortals, Stalkers, and Sentries and stuff. Zest got big hits out of the Disruptors. Mr. Care, you were wrong. Dun, 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 dun.
Didn't matter, though.
It didn't matter, but he got some big hits, and then both disruptors instantly died after that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll have to ask you what the maps are because I had to restart my game, so I lost that message.
Yeah. We're on 2.
Yes.
Eternal Empire. Well played, Cure from Dyslexy in chat. Indeed, really well played there. But again, splash damage. Crikey.
Yeah, you need it. You need some form of it.
Kayak Mike says he's biased for Terran, so he appreciated that game. Makes sense. All right, we're going to get into Eternal Empire here next. Kayak Mike's fiance accuses him of being an alien.
Oh? Is
That's
because you're biased for Terran?
make a lot of sense. Terran is pretty human.
If you were biased for Zerg, then are you a changeling or not?
Yeah, that's where things get tricky. All right, game 2 here coming up.
Okay. Game
Eternal
number
Empire,
2.
pretty standard map. Yeah, Storm, right? High Templars are scary for Terran bio. Anything splash damage would have been good there. Just didn't have it.
Yeah.
All right.
In the bottom left, it's Razor Edge Gaming's Zest.
And in the top right, it is the blue Terran player, Cure.
I mean, AoE isn't an end-all as it used to be for Protoss, but that doesn't mean you just can't get it. You just can't not get it. I mean, pardon me.
Yeah, I was trying to figure that out for a second. Yeah, okay, got it. You're right. You can't skip it. It just can't happen.
Like, in the past, it would arguably be Protoss gets Colossus, gets High Templar, gets the GG. But now that that's not the case necessarily as much anymore, but you still do need to have some Colossus, some Disruptors, something that'll slow the Terran from just killing you with Bio like Cure did. I mean, Cure got fancy and added in Ghosts there, but he didn't even really need Ghosts.
Right.
Because all he was fighting was Zealots, Immortals, Sentries, and Stalkers.
Exactly. I mean, that said, if you have some kind of a 2-base Blinkstalker all-in kind of a thing, sure, you don't need Splash. But if the game goes past the 10-minute mark and you don't have Splash, you're just probably going to lose.
Yeah, that's really all there is to say. Splash good, no Splash bad.
Pretty simple.
Thanks so much to everyone for tuning in today. If you enjoyed the stream, make sure to press that 1-up button. I will put that in chat. Let's get that going. Spam them 1-ups.
Check out the Matcherino link up top.
Mm-hmm.
Coupon code AW49, but you probably could have guessed that by now if you're a long-time watcher of the Africa world. But yeah, 415 viewers, not bad. We're still growing, too. More people showing up.
Mm-hmm. Let your friends know what you're doing.
Yeah, nobody's going anywhere. You're under quarantine. I know it's a Saturday night, but, like, come on. What are you doing with your time otherwise?
Yeah.
Learning how to play an instrument or something? Pfft, come on.
Your friends will be like, oh, I'm so bored. I don't like being quarantined. And you'll say, this is great. I get to stay home and watch Starcraft.
No one's pressuring me to go to the club tonight. Yes. Introverts are so happy about this.
Yeah, I mean, definitely doing better than most people, that's for sure.
True facts.
Although I think I was starting to get a little bit bored. A week or two ago, I was like, you know what? I'm keeping myself busy. I'm doing lots of, say, streaming, lots of other work and things like that. But it's like, okay, I'm in a bit of a rut. I got to do something new.
So what do you do?
Nothing. So I'm still a little bored.
So you had the feeling.
I did. I'm like,
Got it.
Yeah, it was that Legolas meme. It's like it's starting to affect me. I don't know if anyone saw that.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm still doing a full-time job. I still have my kids. I still have this channel, and I'm out on Twitch a lot. And
you got your hands full. That's for sure.
I super hands full.
Boy Tina Boy says, Monster Hunter World, that is a great use of your time, and that will suck you in. You'll be playing that long after quarantine's sorted out.
Heard good things, for sure.
Oh man, Monster Hunter on the PlayStation Portable, back in the day, that was my jam. Hundreds and hundreds of hours on that thing. Thousands, probably. Such a hard game. So, like, just ahead of its time. So good.
That's the rumor.
Alright, third base on the way for Cure. Siege Tank, Raven. Hellion scouting out.
Yeah, third base.
Widowmine drop.
What a surprise. Really good split, though. Only 3 probes go down.
Yeah, it's not often you see Zest eat a Widowmine drop, but he probably doesn't want to run away from that Widowmine. He'll get it. He's Zest. He'll get it, right?
I mean, probably.
Right? Does Kira thinks it's dead? Zest thinks it's dead. This Widowmine's effectively out of the game.
He's got shenanigans on his mind.
Who's going to be the first to notice it? Okay, Zest notices it.
That was amazing.
Raven harassment for Cure. Not the most typical harassment, but still can get the job done.
Yeah. Auto turret damage is insane.
Oh,
if you
yeah.
respond to it properly, a lot of your probes will die.
On the auto turret, it's just a little gun on top of it, but in reality, it's a big gun. It does a lot of damage.
And as a balancing purpose, it lasts for about 3 seconds.
Yes.
So, yeah.
You blink, it's gone.
And we fought it. Not bad. If you're in perfect position for it, you can stop it. But if you come late, you might as well just pull the probes.
Yeah, versus a decent number of Protoss units, auto turrets don't do that much, since Protoss units are super beefy. But, like, Terran units in a TvT, a few Ravens show up, drop auto turrets on top of all your stuff, it's just dead.
It's very Ketrock-ish.
Yes. Well, not even that, it's just... If they have, like, 10 Marines and a Raven and you've got 15 Marines, you will lose. Ravens are good.
Don't fight auto turrets.
No, don't. Just run.
Yep.
Alright, Psystorm is on the way for Zest. He said, last game I didn't get any AoE and I lost, so I'm just gonna make the guess. That's because I never got AoE. And there we go. 4 High Templars gonna be out. Zest will probably pick these guys up in a Prism 2 to avoid Ghost CMP. Getting up the extra forge. He's harassing too. Oh, a Psystorm drop had gone off. And Kira shoots his own bunker. And then promptly rebuilds it.
Sorry about that, bunker. Let me get you back up. Ghost Academy on the way.
4th base for Zest. This game's looking a lot better for the Protoss player.
At least he's got Archons. Good heavens.
The Raven is just trapped here. It looks like it got feedbacked by that Raven.
Or by the High Templar, but yes.
Oh, sorry. Whoops. Alright. Stalker gets cleaned up.
And here comes Cure. Going to try to come up this ramp. Shield battery, a lot of zealots.
Oh, there's the Psystorm from the Templar getting on top of the Terran Force, but they all go down in the process.
But they did weaken up the bio quite a bit. Not much healing is happening when you're stutter stepping like this.
Yeah, there are so many zealots, and this bio is very red trying to kite it back. Looks like neither player will get a definitive win, but Zest definitely holds on. Oh, and a random Archon, okay. Not sure where that came from.
Yep, just the one Archon. And yes, call me Tobin. I remember when Kaderan Amulet allowed Protoss High Templar to warp in with a storm ready to go instantly. That was insane.
I never played Starcraft around that era, and I probably wouldn't have kept playing Starcraft if I had started back then. You just see a Templar start warping in and you go, no!
Yep. It was the ultimate in defense. You're like, ah, crap, 8 lings are coming to my third base. Warp in a High Templar storm.
Oh
done.
my god.
Yeah, shudder.
Okay. Zest once again going for that Dark Shrine. Raven catches a couple probes, still being a pain. Cure is starting to form into quite the strong Terran army. As he's getting ghosts, making a very strong Bioforce, gonna have 2/2. Zest is gonna attack in, but oh, I don't see this working for Zest at all. Cure has so much bio. He doesn't have 2/2 yet, but he's tossing down EMPs left, right, and center.
Yeah, the EMPs are doing serious work. The left side is getting blocked by that one greedy Stalker, not letting anybody else come through. He does blink over to the right side.
More
He's pushing
EMP.
Wow, nothing has shields here for Cure except for one Immortal, but Zest does not care. He's fighting. Ghosts are getting sniped off, and there's just enough bio here.
Oh, the big Psystorm on the SCVs. 15 dead just like that.
Man, game 1 and game 2 is just the difference between having Storm and not having Storm. Zest looks so much better.
Yeah, I mean, that attack, I'd say, was still a fail. But he's at least got AoE to fall back onto.
Thank goodness for that.
Mm-hmm. If you're a Protoss player and you lose your whole army like Zest just did, and you don't have Storm or Disruptors, you're just out. Zest moving out on the map with his High Templar once again. He's gonna unload them here. And send his Prism out. Heading towards Cure's Natural, probably for a Zealot warp in. Will fly into the factory, I think, though. Maybe after warping in some units, we'll see. Cure stemming across the map with his big Bioforce. Zest is potentially going to be counterattacking, so things could be getting a little bit wonky here soon. Oh, lucky Prism.
Yeah, very sneaky attack up to the 4th planetary. The repair is good. There's only one Immortal here, but it is going to go down.
That's a big deal.
A lot of SCVs getting picked off, trying to run for it. Sensor tower down as well. Cure is going to take down that southern base of Zest pretty easily, though. There's nothing defending it whatsoever. Probes getting pulled. High Templar trying to defend this 3rd base if they can, but in the main base of Cure, there's another warp in. Damage getting done with Zealots. Zest is everywhere right now. Yeah, trying to hold him off with the Storm. They actually killed a Ghost, which is insane. But the EMPs are connecting. 25, 26 SCVs down. This base is going to die, though, too. Both players taking serious hits to their economy right now. If Zest can hold the attack, though, he's going to be in a decent spot. Because Cure is down to 2 bases. Big, scary army down south. This almost might turn into a base race type scenario.
Yeah, I think this is.
Neither player seems interested in going back home at all.
Yeah, Cure gets the Dark Shrine. That's a big deal. He's also got the Raven, which is good for him. He's going to send some units back home to defend, while also conquering the main base of Zest. Zest, he's sent his probes across the map in a panic, but they run into the bunker with a few Marines still in it. Neither player really has any production at this point.
And going back home is Cure. He does have a lot of DPS. He just has more damage output in his army than Zest does.
Yeah, splitting up his army is risky, though. If Zest can conquer this portion and then take care of the other part, that could be how he gets the win. So Cure taking a fight now is a little bit risky. A Psystorm hits his medivac, hits that bio. Zest is losing units as this goes on, but not a bad trade for Zest, I'll say there.
Marauder just eating that whole storm.
Oh, even another one hitting the army on the low ground. Well done by Zest.
Is Cure coming home? He is. Look at this. Zest taking a Nexus at Cure's natural, which is hilarious. Probes finish off an engineering bay, and they're going to go to try to get another one. This is tight. Dyslexy says it looks like Cure can take this. That's not what I thought would happen here. Vision says Zest has lost it. Looks like chat is all on the Cure train.
Yeah, I think it's all going to be about the Psystorm from Zest. He's got 4 High Templar.
Yep, if he can land them.
Cure has Ghosts, though, but yeah, look at it. There's not that much of an army for Cure. 12 Marauders, 15 Marines. I mean, it's more than what Zest has. There's a feedback on the Raven. That's a great start for Zest. Where's the Psystorm? There's one. The other Templar do get taken care of. Looks like Cure will take it.
Yeah, sure does. Bam! Cure gets the GG. Goes up 2-0 in the series in a really, really hard-fought match. That was fantastic. Hey, you're welcome for pronouncing your name properly, Vision. I have a lot of practice with that, Vision. With just reading people's online names, turns out. Our next match will be on Nightshade.
Nightshade. Yeah, what a game between these two players. So scrappy.
So scrappy. Beautiful, beautiful stuff from both these guys. I'm loving it. And we got the Storm versus EMP battles that we expect to see in TvP. Dyslexy calls out the wow. What an ending for sure.
Yeah.
Well played by both.
I saw a comment on one of the threads for one of our Africa Worlds that had Zest in it, and it was just, I love Zest's Cowboy PvT.
Cowboy
PvT.
I don't know what that means. What is a cowboy PvT?
I don't know. I think it's just a good way to describe Zest, you know, like Wild West style PvT.
Yeah, fair enough. A little bit
a little bit reckless. Plays
loose.
by his own rules.
Gets into shootouts at the highest saloon at
yes. noon. Okay, in the bottom right-hand side of the map, it is Cure.
And in the top left, it is the blue Protoss players, Zest. Kayak Mike says, scrappy games, macro games, micro games, I love them all, as long as Terran wins.
The big asterisk at the end.
Yeah, little qualifier there, don't mind it.
Does this say Starcraft 2 community into... What's that say? Into the clean? Into the clean.
Yeah, I'm lost. I tried to read it earlier.
I know Cure, maybe it's like the Dopin clan rebranded or something? Because I don't know if you remember there was the Dopin clan for a while.
Yeah, I remember Dopin.
That Cure was in, and a lot of other players just on their ladder accounts were in. So I get the feeling that that's what this is. And it's just a bad translation. I don't know.
Or is it a Brokeback Mountain reference? Probably not.
I wouldn't guess that.
Probably not.
Use that Matcherino code if you haven't. AW59. Go to the Matcherino. Log
It
in.
allows you to throw 50 cents at these players. That's not even your money.
You don't get the joy of physically throwing quarters at them, but
true.
You can pretend.
Twilight Council warping in. Reaper here to get information. Kind of worried about going in the main for decent reason. Although there's some free probes up there, maybe.
The probes are so afraid.
Yeah, but
no.
The Reaper was more afraid. That was interesting. The Reaper did. Oh,
wow.
Gosh.
That's
what control.
The second Reaper of Cure today that just gets executed.
It's not even close. Like, not even close to escaping there.
No. Well done by Zest.
Seriously.
He's like, he sees that Reaper, he says, I can kill that. And right now, Cure, he's like, I'm building a reactor. My bunker's not going to be up in time to stop this Adept. Just a nuisance for Cure.
Indeed. That's about it. Doesn't reach any other level of annoyance. Robo facility warping in. Starport just about finished.
Looks like we'll be seeing one of the Zest 4-base thirds, or 4-minute thirds, pardon me.
I really don't have a problem with it.
Oh, I love it. If you can get away with it as a Protoss player, good for you.
I mean, that's the trick, right? What you can get away with is really up to the other player.
Alright, Cure moving out with a drop, producing a siege tank and a liberator behind it. Zest's gonna have his blink. Will he have units in position to stop this drop? That's the question. With warping in 2 more stalkers, he certainly will if he keeps these at his natural. I mean, there's nothing in his main base, but he is deciding to keep all of his stalkers towards this location.
It's going to work out pretty well for him, honestly. Yeah,
he's going to crush this drop.
I don't think Cure's going to try. He sees it. He sees the stalkers and goes, never mind, then. I'm not going in there until the stalkers are gone.
Third on the way for Cure, in the safety of his main base, just tanks being produced, extra barracks getting up. Liberator's moving out. Looks like Cure is going to rely on the Liberator to maybe pull the Stalkers out of position to then go for his drop. Zest just has 2 at the natural now, though. Cure sees these Stalkers out on the map. Maybe this is going to trigger him to go on both fronts. The Liberator going in, the Marines and Mine going to be unloading. Then the Libs queued up into the main base. Suddenly things are really starting to amp up here. No mining at the natural of Zest. No mining in the main base. Well,
Stalkers fighting. All right, so they handle the Liberator. The drop in the natural is still
8
happening.
probes died to the Widow Mine.
But he cleaned up everything else. So no more medevac, no more bio. Oh, never mind, they picked up. You can't see that on the minimap, man. Can you see that on your minimap?
It's really tiny. It's tucked into the corner.
That's insane. Do the players have to deal with this?
They do. The Starcraft's hard.
Man, I'm going to start sending drops on the very edge of the map from now on. That's insane.
Alright, looks like Zest wants to counterpoke a little bit, but Cure's got 3 siege tanks set up. He should have no issue defending this, I feel. Unless the Stalkers totally just bypass the siege tanks.
In which case, gonna do all right.
And now Cure is like a dog chasing its tail. He will never catch it. In which case, the Stalkers are his tail.
Stalkers are far, far too zippy.
Yes, they are. Oh, is Zest just gonna go for a big warpin'? Yes, he is. Looks like he wants to try and kill Cure. He's setting that siege tank up to eat the first shot, or that immortal to eat the first siege tank shots. The tanks are doing what they can against the Stalkers, but Cure absolutely needs an SCV pull to help him out in this situation. few more Marauders are coming down, but yeah, he needs SCVs pulled with this right now. And that might have been a little bit too late, but looks like he will end up forcing this away.
Yeah, the SCV pull is making it possible, but that means you lose SCVs, as 8 of them have gone down at this point.
Yeah, it's a necessary evil when the Protoss is committing to something like this. The third base could be under fire. Kir can't afford to lose this. He can lose a few SCVs, but he cannot lose his third base, and I think he's going to. Zest wants it, and it looks like he's gonna get it. That is absolutely massive for the Protoss.
Yeah, suddenly the worker count is hugely favoring the Protoss. He is happily mining heavily from all of his bases right now.
Yeah, Zest not being demoralized by being down 0-2 at all. Kir is producing plenty of units still out of his barracks. I mean, he had already gone up to 8 barracks. Now he's 8 racks, 2 base, making what he can, and I guess he just has to push Zest.
Yeah, it's time. It's like, I don't have the army I want here. I don't have EMP. All I've got are some tanks, some Marines, Marauders, a bunch of medevacs. Let's see what we can do here.
I love the choice for Zest to go for a Dark Shrine once more, saying, hey, you've only got 2 orbitals to scan with. The game could be about to get pretty wonky, though, as there's Stalkers in the main base with this Prism. The rest of Zest's army is moving across the map, but then so is Kir's. We're heading into a base trade.
Oh my gosh, another base trade. 2 games in a row. They say never base race a Terran.
Zest doesn't play by the rules, though. He's a cowboy.
He is. He wants to be a cowboy, baby. My gosh, Nexuses just instantly die. Main base in a lot of trouble here.
There's the DTs warping in. Is there a scan for Kir? Nope, the command centers are dead. That's GG.
Woohoo! Hey! Zest says, who says you can't base trade a Terran? I do it all the time. It's great. Copenhagen DOS rooting for Zest. Zest is best, better than the rest. And he was in that game for sure. Nicely done. Yeah, he had a massive army supply advantage. The DTs were such a brilliant, brilliant choice. Our next match is on Simulacrum.
Okay, Simulacrum.
Zest is best. People are pulling up the chant in chat, making it ring loud and clear across all of Africa. And yeah, Simulacrum, our next map, pretty darn standard map. Nicely done. Zest from Dyslexia in chat. Day9's going to be casting Starcraft tomorrow. So happy.
Okay, just 1 second.
What time is TSL 5?
Okay, I just gotta pick.
You alright?
Yeah. I was just, Solar was wanting mod on the channel. So, I was gonna give him that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Apparently some people have been saying some stuff.
Oh boy.
That ain't kosher. Except I can't find him in the list. Okay, 1 second.
In the meantime, check out that Matcherino.
Yes.
Go ahead and toss 50 cents at these players and thank them for playing for you today for your entertainment. Not charging you anything for it.
Yeah, it's absolutely free. Oh, there we go. There is Solar Manager setting. That should do it. There we go. I think we should be good to go. I'll just make sure everyone is ready. Sorry about that, everyone.
Yep, not a problem. Yeah. Day 9 is back with StarCraft 2 since, like, tomorrow for the first time in a long time. He's going to be casting Team Liquid Star League 5. I'm trying to see what time... Oh, here we go. In about 7 hours, apparently? So, like, 7 a.m. Eastern? Is that right? Jeez.
That's pretty early.
Maybe 8 a.m. Eastern would be more accurate. Anyway, the point is, 8 a.m. Eastern on a Sunday. That'll be Day 9 casting over on Team Liquid's Twitch stream.
That's exciting. I caught a little bit of the first day today, and it was
with
really
Zombie
good
Grub and Morty.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun.
Really good games. I did some predictions, and I was pretty right for most of them. So that was exciting. Anyway, in the top left-hand side of the map, we have got Cure.
And in the bottom right, he's not dead yet. It is Zest. Zest is best. Yeah, it's 6 a.m. Mountain where I am. I might have to get up for that. I don't get up for anything, but I love Day 9 so much. I've missed him. I was so sad when he's like, I'm just doing card games now. And I was like, what? Why? Come on. I do wonder. He posted a video about ZVP and Brood War the other, like, month.
Maybe he was just missing it.
Well, just a rant. It wasn't even, like, analytical or casting anything. And it got, like, 5 times the view of anything he's posted on his YouTube channel in the last year. So I wonder if he was like, There's still demand out there. The people want the Day 9 in the StarCraft. I guess maybe I'll give them what they want. I don't know.
That's because everyone missed him.
It's true. Everybody loves Day 9. You're welcome for the birthday present, Dyslexy. You're welcome for letting you know that Day 9 is casting tomorrow. Well, depending where you are, it could be today.
Happy birthday, Dyslexy.
Yeah. What better way to spend your birthday than watching us cast StarCraft, honestly? Can't think of anything.
Nope.
Which is too bad for us, because we can't spend our birthdays watching us cast StarCraft, really.
I mean, that would be a really weird way to spend a birthday if you watch your own videos. Like, today is all about me.
Watch the VOD of the last thing you cast.
Like, look at that handsome guy casting StarCraft.
So good at casting. Anywho, this is happening.
Yes, Kier tried to go for a bunker and Zest totally called him out. That probe was like, hey, what are you doing, guy? That's all it took. The Reaper, though, for Kier. Ho, ho, ho. Sneaky, sneaky.
Hiding, but guess who got found? The Reaper did. Whee!
It didn't die this time, so it's doing better than the others.
It's a major bonus.
And it just runs back in. It likes that spot. This Reaper waiting to try and spot the tech of Zest. Twilight Council is researching Blink. Here sees that and he says, hey, that's good to know. But there's no Dark Shrine, most likely. Zest tries to save the probe by putting it into the assimilator. Doesn't happen, though.
Robo warping in. Blink just about done. Pretty much the same what we saw in the last game from the Protoss. Were we going Banshees? Is that what that swap was from Cure? Raven. Okay. So Tech Lab Starport shenanigans.
Once again, that lone Hellion. Just scouting out. Bunker going up for Kier. He's getting a tech lab on his factory, so we'll have that safety tank to zone out the stalkers. Third base is going up. very quickly for Zest.
Copenhagenos says, yes, it's one of Day9's most popular videos recently, but he also played General's 0 Hour, which Copenhagenos is very excited about.
Yeah.
I don't know what that game is, but I'm glad that happened.
I haven't a clue. I never really watched Day9, to be honest. Because it was later to the scene. He was pretty much out by the time I got in.
Yeah, makes sense.
But I understand the hype of someone coming back.
Yep.
I mean, there is some, like, imagine how, I wonder how many views Husky would get if he did a video, but hadn't deleted his channel.
He'd still be getting them.
Oh, absolutely.
Sure.
We'll just not upload for years, then put one up? That would definitely blow up.
Absolutely, yes.
Kira is amassing quite the bioforce.
Yeah, he's up 46 to 18 army supply. He's kind of on fire right now. Storm needs to finish, because that will help a lot. But man, Kira pushing out with a very intimidating army. Thank goodness there's fast warpins.
Yeah, thank goodness there is. How fast were warpins before? It was like 4 seconds or something, right?
So it's been up and down in its history. What time are you talking about?
A fast warpin's 2 seconds, a long warpin's 8, right?
Yeah.
What
and
was
back
it
in the
before
day,
when it was just when there was just the one kind?
back when it didn't matter what the pylon was touching.
Yeah.
I want to say it was a couple seconds. It was always really fast. Let me see if I can find it here.
Alright, Kira kind of sneaks his way in. He's just going to try and target down this Nexus, uses auto turrets to bait in Zest. Widow Mines are also set up, but due to the Psystorm, Kira has to back off. Has another drop going into the main base. This is going to force Zest to warp in. Doesn't have energy for a recall, so he's going to need to send something back to help aid this defense. Widow Mines setting up, going to kill off a pylon, but it wasn't powering any gateways. Still, Zest is having to work really hard to defend this.
Yeah, absolutely. He almost gets that medevac, but it does manage to flee with a very, very low HP count.
Oh, this drop has been spotted. Cornered by Zest. Kira loses both those medivacs, which is a little painful.
Nice snipe off there. But Kira coming in with a big Marine Rodder ball. Trying to get...
Okay, Kira's paying attention.
But he still loses everything. I mean, he takes a Stalker instead of nothing, but he still loses all of his stuff.
Yeah, that was awful. Zest doing a really good job shutting down this aggression from Kira by whittling down his opponent. And oh my gosh, another full medivac. This is going disastrous for Kira.
If Zest doesn't win this game after killing like 5 medivacs in the first 8 minutes, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, 5 medivacs. By gosh. Kira does have a third base on the way. He's not one to completely neglect that. And he does have enhanced shockwave coming, so he will have his own form of counter AoE. He's getting some auto turret harassment off on his opponent. Even cancels Zest's cannon. Nicely done there.
Yeah, Zest is defending exceptionally well. Kira's like, well, maybe let's hold off a bit. Hold on a second.
Yeah, Kira's saying, I gotta pump the brakes.
Big time attack coming through, though. Zest wants to get to a game 5.
There's those full energy High Templars. Looks like Kira is probably going to have to abandon his third base as Zest comes in. I think these SCVs and the CC should just lift off right now. Kira's not reacting immediately, though, and yeah, his third base is just getting sacked. Has to lift it off.
That is so bad. Kira's in a
big
world of trouble. EMP whiffing, EMP connecting on that one, and they do kill one of the High Templar, but only after a storm gets off. Medivac should be able to remedy that quite nicely.
Yeah, now Zest isn't one to simply just do a bit of damage, then retreat. No, he goes for broke, so we're seeing the Protoss player come in. Kira is tossing down EMPs as much as he can. Zest is going to have more Psystorm coming down. Big connection on the Terran Bio. That's retreating, and it looks like Kira loses his base and is in a very tough spot right now.
Yeah, he's down about 40 overall supply. His army count is down about 30. Right now, Storm exists. High Templar all over the place. Archon's in the mix even. +3 attack coming in from the Protoss player. And a fourth base warping into the top right-hand corner is just brutal. Just brutal.
Yeah, it is interesting to see that Kira is choosing just to sit back and make ghosts. Very mature decision, and not something that we'd ever see in the past. Usually when a Terran would be behind, it's just, well, I gotta try and end the game. Instead, we're seeing Kira sit back and say, fine, I'll just keep building ghosts. Hopefully Zest will attack into me and take a bad fight. Anti-armor missile hits some Zealots. That's a nice job, but Kira knows it's over. Zest ties it up.
Zealots got in there. And we do end up getting to a game 5. Holy smokes. So far, so good. What an incredible comeback here from Zest. And doing some good things. Our final map is going to be Zen. One of the weirder maps for sure.
Okay, Zen it is.
You know what I can't find is the history of warp-in times in StarCraft.
There's so little documentation on little things in StarCraft.
Well, but, I mean, usually when I'm looking for something like this, I just go to the page on Wikipedia, and there's a list of patch notes that have affected this thing. But I go to Pylon, there's no list of patch notes. I go to Warpgate, there's no list of patch notes. It talks about how the duration of warp-ins for pylons near a nexus or a gateway were shortened to 3.6 seconds. But that's a change on Legacy of the Void. Like, I don't... Maybe if I look in Pylon for the older versions of StarCraft, they'll give me some times here. Nah, this is crazy. I can't find it. Looks like the players are ready to go in our Game 5 anyway. Or a little bit of trivia might have to wait until after the series.
We will load on into that game. The final one of a great best of 5. Okay. It's 2-2. And in the top right-hand side of the map, it's Cure.
And in the bottom left, you know him, you'll love him. It is Zest. Coming back, looking good.
Yeah, I mean, it's not often we have the reverse in an Afrika World event. In the online cups, players don't tend to fight, honestly, as hard compared to how they used to, or compared to, say, like, a GSL finals or something.
True fact.
Zest, however, hasn't shown any change in his composure throughout this series. He's just been saying, right, one game at a time, and he's been powering up. Really shut down Cure in that last game.
Yeah, I mean, that was... Honestly, it started with the medevacs getting picked off and just really shutting down the drop attempts, let him get to that lead and just going to power through to victory.
Yeah, for Terran, there's kind of a grace. You can say lose like 1, maybe 2 medivacs, but Cure went beyond that in his losses.
All of them. Yeah.
Yes. Where is the music? That is a good question.
Oh no, is the music gone?
The music has been off this whole time. Because I started, I had some requests to turn it off on stream because since I had other music playing too, it was just a jumbled mess.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Starcraft doesn't do it per region, so it's easy to forget when I swap to casting and stuff like that.
Yep.
It's just one of those things that I'll forget a lot.
All right, this is the last thing I'm going to be able to find, but...
Are you still searching for warpins?
Yes! So, they're talking about the Legacy of the Void patch in 2015. The warping in of units at a pylon was increased to 16 seconds, up from 5.
Oh, wow.
So, in Heart of the Swarm, it was a 5-second warpin on the pylon.
And it's 2 for a fast warpin.
Yes.
Okay.
And I can't find any evidence it was anything lower than 5 in Wings of Liberty or the rest of Heart of the Swarm. So I think it was 5
yeah,
from day
I think
one.
it's always been 5.
That seems fast, but not crazy fast, but also not slow. Yeah, 5 it is.
That's good to know. I thought it was somewhere around there, like I thought 4, but I didn't know it was 16 seconds for a pylon warp, and I thought it was like 8.
No, it's forever. It's forever. Like, seriously, you ever sit there and try to watch a warpin in a pylon that's not connected to an Nexus or a gateway? It's just like, are you serious? You're still warping in? Let me go get a drink. I'll be back. Maybe you'll be warped in by then. Incredible. All right, let's see. Let's see what early game incident helps somebody get to victory here. At least it seems like Zest is not forgetting about splash damage this time.
No.
Ever since that game 1, he's been like, you know what's great? Splash damage. I'd forgotten for some reason.
Silly me. I forgot.
Wow, YOLO Hellion just getting right in here with a Reaper.
The probes massacred that Reaper.
Gosh.
They put so much electricity into its body that it just exploded.
Gross.
With their little... Technically, they're particle beams, similar to what Stalkers had, or disruptors. Okay. Particle disruptors versus particle beams. Interesting. Oh, would a mine drop? Oh, the probes! Oh!
Well. Yeah, boy Tina boy, we're trying to get English speakers over here. I think we're doing all right. This is the most different English speakers we've had in some time, I feel like.
Mm-hmm. We try and get everyone we can over.
Trying to get them. It's a bad time for the US, which is where most of my viewers are from.
And for Europe, too.
And for Europe, where a lot more of my viewers are from.
Yeah. So.
And outside of Europe and the US, there really aren't that many English speakers worldwide, it turns out.
Yeah, we really do these events mainly for the Korean viewers, even though we speak English, ironically.
Uh-huh. But they do not care. They are here anyway.
Yep.
I mean, I guess I used to watch Brood War VODs in Korean back in the early 2000s. Because that's all there was sometimes. And it doesn't matter. You know what's happening. Starcraft is Starcraft. Man, they got so excited, even back then.
There is something about Korean commentators.
Yep. Hype all the time.
Yeah, they could be making a sandwich and they'd absolutely be losing it.
Well, that's... Ooh, soccer does go down.
Oh,
pretty good micro.
Almost 2.
Like, my favorite example of this, there's a famous clip of somebody throwing down a plague in Brood War onto some science vessels. And the Korean casters go nuts, because it's a pretty good play. But then, like, the science vessels move back to the safety of the army, and none of them die because plague doesn't kill you; it just injures you.
Oh.
And that's it. Like, nothing happens. I was totally expecting, like, the Zerg army to come in and just kill 8 science vessels, and it would have been awesome. Nope.
A little bit
They're fine.
anticlimactic.
Yeah, but they were so hype about it. I can't do it. I can't bring that level of hype to everything.
No.
Meanwhile, Cure's bringing this level of hype to this attack.
He is. Zest does seem to have enough to push this away, though. And oh, he might even grab a medivac. Might even get 2 medivacs. Ah, Cure.
Cure, your medevacs are important.
You gotta
need those
look
to
after
live.
your flying hospitals.
That is one metric to watch, especially in ZVT, is how many medevacs have been killed and how many are alive at any stage of the game. Because if the Terran has like 16 medevacs, he's probably going to win. And if the Terran has like 4 medevacs, he's probably not going to win. That's usually how it works.
Yeah. In chat, I see Vision saying, I've fasted from caffeine for 30 days as of yesterday, doing coffee once a week moving forward. Well done for you. I must admit, I'm kind of moving in the opposite direction.
Yeah, my caffeine intake has increased quite a bit on this whole quarantine, for sure. I actually had a guy I used to work with who would do that. You just go for 30 days without caffeine and then go back on it regularly just to like reset his tolerance threshold for it.
That's an interesting thing to do.
Yeah, because like it's for sure, like at this point, the amount of caffeine it takes for me to like wake up is a lot more than it used to be.
Yeah, I mean, I don't drink that much, but there'll be some days which I'll drink way more than I definitely used to do. But I do understand the sentiment of quitting something. Like I've quit drinking for like weeks or months at a time, just to be like, all right, just to see that I can, you know, and
yeah, just to exert some control.
Yes, exactly.
Cure's all over Zest's third base, like really bad, and his natural base.
Look at that,
and
he finds the Dark
again,
Shrine. That is so huge. He doesn't want to repeat of what happened last time.
No, because guess what? Zest is killing all your stuff. Never base race a Terran unless you're Zest, in which case go ahead.
Cowboy PVT. This is Zest, just trailing everything across the map.
Zest does have the bigger army, but I gotta say the damage output's probably bigger for Cure just because Bio is insane that way.
Yeah, but look at this. Cure hasn't hit Zest's main base yet, so there's actually still a lot of buildings and gateways and things here.
But he's here. Sugar is worse than cigarettes? I don't know about that.
That's a lie smokers say.
Sugar's real bad for you. I'm not going to say it's good for you or anything, but cigarettes are real bad for you.
If sugar's worse for you than cigarettes, would you rather me eat a pound of cigarettes or a pound of sugar?
Why are we eating cigarettes? Anyway, okay, Starcraft is totally happening right now.
Oh,
I
it
think
definitely
Cure
is.
has it.
I don't know. He's losing one of his orbitals.
Yeah, he's building one back in Zest base, though.
Yeah, but Zest is building one at Cure's third.
Are we just going to reset on the opposite side of the map?
We very well could do. Looks like Cure keeps both of his orbitals alive, which is a big deal.
Yeah, that's huge. He's going to land at Zest Natural, repair up.
I love Starcraft. Oh, Zest may grab some more buildings.
That's fine. You can lose a factory. Just keeping that orbit alive means more than anything else. It's 17 to 9 workers for Zest, but if Cure has mules, that's awesome.
I would really like to see, now that Cure's got this location, throw up like 4 or 5 bunkers. I would like to see 4 or 5 bunkers for Cure to wall this off.
I mean, Zest does have a couple of mortals on the map. That worries me for your bunkers, but...
Well, it's better than no bunkers, and he's got 1,300 minerals. So, and Zest has got so many zealots. Like, Zest got 22 zealots. This could roll Cure.
Zest is supply blocked into next week. He has 47 available supply and 110
come on,
on
Cure,
the map.
build a wall, please. build some bunkers to fall back into, build a wall. And he's losing more pylons, so he's just getting supply blocked.
Zest isn't going to be able to make anything for like 5 minutes. Because he doesn't have a ton of minerals either. He can't just throw up pylons.
No, he doesn't.
Stalker harass is gorgeous, though. It's very nice.
Yeah. Here's starting to produce, though, and Zest is realizing how dire this situation is. But the lack of wall is really making me nervous. Like, these charge lots are going to roll Kier over. Look at this. This is so much Protoss.
Wow. Yeah, it's 40 army supply advantage here for Zest. I think Zest has done it.
I mean, there's the Widow Mines that could get some big connections, but 5 Immortals and all these Zealots. Ah, Kier, you should have built a wall, man.
Oh, just picking off the Widow Mines from distance is so good.
Force fields to kill so many Marauders. Oh, even the orbital is under fire.
Back into the main, everyone.
Yeah, maybe that's actually the best call for Kier, just to abandon ship and go straight to his main.
The problem is there's so much income for Zest at that base, and there's not much left in this base for Kier. Those are fresh mineral patches, my friend.
Oh, Kier has to lift up into his Medivacs, loses a Viking. He's just losing more and more units.
Yeah.
Kier's bleeding off so many forces. Zest is going up the ramp. He doesn't give a hoot. Wow. He's going for it. And I think Zest is going to take it, doing the reverse sweep against Kier.
The Cowboy Protoss making it happen.
The Cowboy Protoss indeed just wrecking Kier in this final engagement. What a match from Zest.
Reclaiming his own main base, getting the win. And yeah,